Hi everyone, it's Suzanne, your health coach. And I thought I would pop back on today. I came on, I think, on Friday and talked about my reboot week, which was absolutely amazing. And a lot of the changes, sorry, I'm just going to turn this down. There we go. A lot of the changes that happened for me last week and just created a whole bunch of better energy. Physical and otherwise. And I wanted to come back today because one of the things I mentioned last week, I barely touched on it, but I mentioned how after I'd done my three-day detox, how my cravings were kind of gone. And I wanted to come back and talk about that because it's a pretty big topic. And I'm not going to dive deep or anything today, but I just wanted to say we all have cravings. I think we all know that. Some of us can really manage them. Some of us can't. Many of us can't. And I was definitely one of those. I am definitely one of those. And cravings are they're really about the story that we tell ourselves. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I have a craving and I think, God, I really want some chocolate. And I am a chocoholic. I think most people who know me know that. And I really want some chocolate. And there's sometimes when I don't even think about it. And what I've learned is that I'm now thinking about it. And I used to beat myself up really bad. And I still do on occasions, right? I'm not perfect. So when you really have a craving for something, why do we beat ourselves up? And we tell ourselves these stories. I'm not strong enough. I never have enough willpower. This always happens to me. You know, I may as well give in. And I'm just so weak, right? And I'm a failure again. All those, I don't know what kind of thoughts you have running around in your head, but many of those run around in my head quite often. And it's all about the beliefs we have around cravings and why we want cravings. And I didn't really know why I craved chocolate the way I do. There is some truth in the fact that cravings can be our bodies telling us that they need to be nourished, that it needs more nutrition or different nutrition. And really, you know, you have to try and pay attention to that. But what I learned was my cravings, and this came through, I'll be honest, it came through me working with my health coach and us digging deep and really looking at how what's happening when I'm having cravings, what's happened before, how do I feel, what do I say to myself, what's going on, what's my emotion like. But for me, here's the truth. When I'm lonely, I want to eat. And that's what it was tied to, loneliness. So there's a whole bunch of different layers to that. But the crux of it is when I'm lonely, I think about food and want to eat mainly chocolate or something sweet. And I've learned now that that's okay. That if I recognize what it is, then I can make a conscious decision with absolute intention. I'm still going to have that chocolate and I'm really going to enjoy it. As opposed to before when I'd be lonely and, oh my God, just give me chocolate. Just give me chocolate. Let me eat it. And I would be shoveling chocolate in. And I'm sure there's many of you that might go through similar things. And let me tell you, I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. There is a way to understand it and manage it without it ruling your life. And, you know, our beliefs underneath our cravings, our beliefs about food and about eating, they really matter. They really matter. And that's really what I wanted to tell you today. They matter, and food is not the enemy. Food is what keeps us alive, right? Food is what makes us happy very often. It's where we get together with groups of our friends and we have fun, or a family, and it's around celebrations. So food is not the enemy. But I'm here to tell you that cravings can be not such a bad thing. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And in my coming up, my Love Your Gut in 30 Days, my online program that's coming up starting next Monday, that's one of the things we'll talk about because it really does, it is tied to your gut. And you'll hear more about how you can help your cravings in that 30-day program. You'll also hear more about how the gut is tied to the brain, because one plays off the other all the time. But I'm just going to ask you, the next time you have a craving, just listen to yourself. Just become aware of what you're saying to yourself. The story. What's your story around when the craving's happening? What's your story around cravings? And I'm going to just ask you to try and remember that food is not your enemy. So this is all part of my reboot, right? And I want to be able to have a reboot with all of you. I want you to come on my journey with me. So please check out the online Love Your Gut in 30-day program. It's going to be fun. It's not going to be challenging. There will be some challenges, but you take what you want from it. You take what you need from it. And I'm here to support you. And we're here really to support each other. That's what I would love to see. Anyways, I'm going to put the link down below, and I hope this has been helpful. And I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.